session. I know, shock horror, and deadlifting again. Tonight's one, I am just playing by ear, to be honest with you. Theoretically, I should be working up to something pretty heavy tonight, but I'm just not sure, to be honest with you. I'm going to see how it goes. So, I'm sure I'll get over 300 kilos, but when I say heavy, I mean like heavy, heavy. Working up to like a max double maybe. So, theoretically, it would be in the higher 300s or more, I don't know. But I'm just going to see how it goes. So when I'm warming up, in a heavy session, I warm up in very low reps. Most I ever do is 5, but today, the idea is just kind of priming the muscle, letting the nervous system get used to things, but not actually taxing it at all. I got too much chalk on me. Excess chalk, it's annoying. Yeah, so up to 3 plates. Again, quick double maybe. Hands are greasy. I think because the gym has been so hot, it's had an effect on my liquid chalk. It was all sort of bunched up on my hands, but it wasn't actually holding onto the bar, weirdly. It's right, I'm not having a moment, this is how I dry my hands. Yeah, that was sliding out of my hands. Alright, anyway, 4 plates. So if you are someone that is planning to just kind of work up to a heavy max, double, single, whatever, triple, whatever, I genuinely recommend warming up in very low reps. You might want to warm up in small weight increments. I'm a reasonably strong deadlifter, so I tend to go up like a plate per side at a time. But you know, depending what your max is, you might go up 10 kilos at a time. You might do 60 kilos, then 80, then 100, and so on. I will warm up like this until I probably get to 5-6 plates. Normally when I get to around 5, after 5, I'll have a little sit down, contemplate life, and then slow things down a little bit. But again, just going to do a quick double again. Hopefully, if the chalk stays on my hands properly this time. Yeah, it's just peeling off my hands. It's not good. Very warm in England England at the moment. Very, very warm. Today, I think it's 36 degrees again. So it's been a struggle. For those of you who don't know, I'm a teacher. A lot of schools across the country have closed. Mine remained open. So in those hot classrooms all day. And I had to take my kids swimming today as well. So yeah, I don't know if you know what a swimming pool is like. I'm not in the pool, I'm sat on the side of the pool. And it's just been a really hot day. So I'm quite hot and bothered. But my aircon is working a little bit, so better than it could be. Okay, going to slow things down now, get the blood out of my back. So as I said, I normally go up to about 220, slow things down a little bit, and then I'll go up to 6 plates, 7 plates, hopefully 8. When I get to around 340, around 8 plates, I'll probably assess from there. But I said now I'm just going to take my time. I do train quite quickly ordinarily, but yeah, on a max effort night, I slow things right down. Not sure if you can see me well. I'm going to try this angle anyway. I thought it looked pretty cool. Okay, 260. Okay, pretty cool angle to be honest with you, I quite like it. I just had a quick look. I've got 7 plates on there now, so 300 kilos. I'm trying out my grip, I'm testing my grip. I tend to put straps on around anywhere 5+, but I was just curious today. I have held as much as 8 on an axle before. That was very hard. So that would be like 340 kilos. On a Olympic bar, I've pulled 400 without straps. But an axle, for those of you who use axles, it's just a different world. So I'm just seeing what my grip is like, having a bit of fun. I'm a meathead at heart. I like to little things please me. Pulling 300 kilos on an axle without straps amuses me. What can I say? All right. I don't think max effort is going to be there today, if I'm perfectly honest. I would imagine 340 will be okay today. I'm not honestly sure, but 6 didn't feel light. I'm not saying 6 is light, but it didn't feel light. Sometimes it can just be your nervous system. It takes a little bit of time to warm up. I don't know. I'm just going to see how it goes. Anyway, 300 kilos, so I'm going to do this for a double. Yeah, that's just peeling out of my hands. Alright, again I'm going to have a little bit of a rest. Get 340 on there. And I'm just going to assess my life from there. Yeah, I'll see. Still no lift instructor. Whew. Come on. That was hard to hold. That was the limit. Oof. To be honest with you, what I am pleased about, however, that did wake my back up. That's woken me up. Maybe I just haven't got my adrenaline going, I don't know. Right. I am going to use lifting straps, because we are getting right up there now. It's weird, it was slipping out of my hands, but that was, my back felt quite strong, to be honest. It just woke up. So I am pleased, something's going on. I think my nervous system has woken up. Sometimes you'll find it just takes a little bit of time. So I'm going to, I don't want to do 360, I'm going to go 380, which is the most I've done in a few weeks. I hit a 400 pull, oh gosh, I think that's about 6 weeks ago now, 5 weeks ago. And what I tend to do is cycle it in. That was the peak of my strength cycle. Then, so I've been doing slightly more moderate weight for my deads. I always deadlift every week, but I haven't been working on the heavy duty stuff. So I think if I can get 380 today, having not pulled super heavy for a while, for a few weeks, that'll be pretty good. I'm not actually in a strength block at the moment, believe it or not. But year round, as long as my back is healthy, I'm normally a pretty strong deadlifter. So considering I'm not in a strength block at the moment, I'm actually starting to diet a little bit, believe it or not. It's disgusting, I hate it. It's awful. You'll see, maybe you can't see from this angle, I don't know. I've got my little treadmill in here, along with the Concept 2 rower, the assault bike, the ski erg. So I've been doing a lot of kind of slow, steady state cardio as well, which I hate. So I've been getting an hour of that in every morning, fasted as well. So I'm just slowly but surely trying to get a little bit of a summer body going. It gets a lot harder as you get older, trust me. But I just want to still make sure I've got some strength. Anyway, enough talking. I'm going to get my brain together, get 380 on there, and see what I can get out of that. Come on! Whoa. Those are the spots. All right, I've had to sit down for the last 5 minutes. My breath has come back now and I stopped seeing spots. So that's always a good thing. That was good. Very pleased. I am lucky when it comes to the deadlift. I'm always, as long as I'm not injured, I'm always decently strong, to be honest with you. So 380, having not pulled much more than, I don't know, 320, 340 for a few weeks. That's pretty good going. My little strength block that I did last time, I culminated in 400 for a triple, I believe it was. I think it was a triple. It's on the channel from a few weeks ago, and as I said, I think that was 5-6 weeks ago, something like that I did that. And that was just because I wanted to do a little mini strength block. I'm not particularly training for strength at the moment. I am slowly but surely reluctantly meandering into dieting a little. But I always find, particularly someone as an older lifter, a natural lifter, I'm also a vegetarian, I've got all the things going against me basically. I do flatten out very, very, very quickly when I diet. And whatever I do, I'm very extreme. Once I'm in, I'm in. At the moment, I'm having one cheat meal a week. And tonight is a Friday night. So tonight is actually a cheat night. So tonight is pizza night. But I'm literally doing one cheat meal a week at the moment. I've been doing fasted cardio 5 days a week. First thing in the morning, empty stomach. I'll have a workout of some kind or another, and then I've been doing an hour cardio in my gym. I just shove something on Netflix, an anime or something, and I watch it for an hour or so, or an hour thereabouts, and I'm walking at around 5 kilometers an hour, 4.5 to 5 kilometers an hour, on a 5% incline, so nothing strenuous. I'm a huge proponent of what you say conditioning cardio, literally cardio for the heart, because those of you who have followed me for a while, you may or may not know, I come from a family of genetic monsters, but also the most important muscle, the heart, is very weak, and unfortunately my dad and all of his siblings, except for 2, passed away from heart-related illnesses, heart attacks and heart failure and things like that. So I'm a huge proponent of cardio from a conditioning stance. So I always do cardio year round. But I don't really do what you say traditional fat burning cardio. I do it to stay healthy and to stay quite fit and quite conditioned. So I think over time, the term conditioning has been bastardized a little bit by the fitness industry, because when we talk about conditioning, a lot of time in the fitness industry, people talk about, like in terms of how low your body fat percentage is. What's your conditioning like for a bodybuilding stage? And there's nothing wrong with thinking like that, but there is that kind of thinking. But I think of conditioning in terms of
cardio conditioning, my heart conditioning. So I do a lot of conditioning cardio. I won't say super high intensity, but it's pretty high intensity. Again, high intensity HIIT cardio, real HIIT cardio. You can do something, you'll have a 30-second burst and you have to lie down for like half an hour. So I do intervals. So I normally do like a 10-calorie sprint, and then I might do 20 calories on the ski erg, and then I might do a 30-calorie row. And then I'll rinse and repeat, and I'll do several circuits of that, and things like that. So I've got lots of variations of it, but I'm into that kind of thing. So for me now to come and start doing slow, steady state cardio is a little bit of a change. I don't really like it. I find steady state cardio really, really boring, to be honest with you. But it is a necessary evil, and it's just. I think if I went crazy with the conditioning at the moment, as I'm dieting and restricting my calories a little bit, it's like a recipe for disaster. I think I'm going to be tapping into too much muscle, potentially. I've already flattened out a little bit. I psychologically, I don't weigh myself, because if I do weigh myself, it really does psych me out, because I'm used to walking around at 130 whatever kilos. I was at the beginning of the diet about 136 kilos. So I know I will have lost a few kilos already, 2 or 3 kilos already. And I've gone from my usual 4,500, and at the moment I'm probably closer to 3,500, thereabouts. Maybe even closer to 3 on some days. So that with the slow steady state cardio, if I was to continue to do the high intensity stuff, I think my body would just rebel in some way or another, either through an injury or just by flattening out and just looking like, a load of crap, to be honest with you. So it's important to kind of use your brain sometimes, and just back off a little bit. So when I am dieting, that's why I do still like to tap in with the strength here and there. It isn't my primary focus at the moment, but if I can still maintain a deadlift in the mid 300s, if I can maintain a squat of 300-ish, I'm good to go. And my bench is up and down. You saw me hopefully a couple of weeks ago, you saw me hit a 260 bench again, for the first time this year, which was really nice. But again, my goal has shifted a little bit, so I'm not worried too much about that. And I know I'm dicing with death. I'm playing with an injury. If I tried to hit the 6 plates or more regularly at this stage, whilst dieting. So if I can still maintain a 200 plus bench, those are all pretty good strength markers for the moment. Now, how long I diet for, I have no idea. I will play it by ear, and we all, those of us who are lifters, we all suffer from body dysmorphia. I will go until I like or don't like what I see in the mirror, one or the other, because I do find when I diet, as a taller, larger framed lifter who's natural and a vegetarian, and I'm sort of closer to 50 nowadays, when I do diet down, it's nice to get the abs in, but I do get the abs, and then you find your traps flatten out, your neck thins out, your shoulders flatten out and things like that. And do I like abs more than I like my traps and my big thick neck and big delts? I don't know. So I try and find a happy medium, and sometimes what I will do is back off from my diet for a couple of weeks and see what happens. Sorry, not a couple of weeks, 3-4 days, I'll kind of increase the carbs a little bit, and see what happens. Yeah, so I went off on a ramble about my diet then. You guys are like my therapists, almost. Oh man, do I get hangry at the moment. It is hard. I'm just constantly thinking about food. And there's only so many omelettes and boiled eggs and things, because I have a lot of protein, or try my best to have a lot of protein through dairy and through eggs. But there's only so far, you know, the eggs can take you, and there's only so many omelettes. So my wife is a great cook, so bless her, she's doing her best. But there's only so much corn and soya and eggs and things I can consume at the moment. And I just start dreaming of pizza. So, as I said, tonight's pizza night. Anyway, so yep, there we go. 380 deadlift. Went on the tangent about food. So I will keep you guys updated. I'm not doing this diet thing for anything other than my own personal satisfaction and enjoyment. Got a couple of holidays booked over the summer, but it's weird, even though I get in pretty good shape, I'm not actually someone that goes around particularly on the beach sort of walking around showing off my muscles or whatever. You do get attention, can't help it. I'm a reasonably big guy and I'm in okay shape, but a lot of the time I walk around in a vest and shorts. I don't really actually strip down too much, so I'm doing it genuinely for me, out of curiosity to see what I look like. Can I still get in half decent shape as an old man? Anyway, remember I upload on a Monday now, so please check the channel on a Monday. I'm uploading 6 p.m. British time, whatever it is in your country. Whenever that is, I don't know, but check in if you can. It really does help. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notifications, all that good stuff. You guys take care. I'll speak to you soon.